Welcome back everyone in this series of C programming language tutorial. In the last lecture we have discussing on looping statement and we have covered the basic part of the for loop along with the discussion on its three different component, that is initialization, condition and updation. Okay, and we have seen how we can write a for loop without considering initialization or without considering condition or without considering updation, and how can we write an empty for loop header, and only all the three parts of the for loop is either written outside of the body or either written inside the body. We have also seen how to control a loop. If we miss the updation, what will happen? If we miss the condition, what will happen? And we have also discussed a little bit about the scope rules when we introduce same variable within the for loop and outside of the for loop. In this lecture, we are going to discuss two other loops together, that is while loop and do while loop. Working mechanism, both of them is almost similar, but there are small differences. Okay, so let us first understand the loop structure, how it works. So we'll start with the while loop. Okay, so try to recall what we have learned in the for loop. It will help us to understand how these two loop will work. In the for loop we have three components, right? We have initialization, second we have a condition, and third we have updation, right? So now every loop actually have these three components. It is not only for loop, every loop will have these three components. So look at the structure or the flow chart of the for loop. Here you can see we have started with the initialization. So that means it is outside of the body, outside of loop body. Okay, so previously we have seen two different syntax. We can do the initialization outside with the C89 standards, and we can also do the initialization at the time of writing the loop through C99 standards. But in while loop we always do the initialization outside of the body. Then loop body will start with the condition, and the whatever the variable that you have initialized, that is we called loop control variable, that variable will be tested on the given condition. So we know when we return any condition what will happen. There are two possible scenarios, one is true and another is false. So if the given condition become true, the program control will inside the body of the loop, and whatever the statement that you write, either one or two or many, all the statements going to execute it, and the program control will go up again for the second iteration to test the condition again. So you might thought, okay, we find out the initialization, we find out the condition, where will be the updation? So now remember, during the for loop, what did I told you? The updation statement is always executed at the very last part of the body, even though we write it in the for loop. Okay, so normally we write this way in the updation in the for loop, as an increment or as a decrement, right? Okay, so here we need to specify it explicitly as the last line, of the loop body. Okay, so it will update and it will retest the condition in the second iteration. Okay, so in the last video I did not use this term called iteration. What do you mean by iteration? Iteration means for a particular condition, when the first time loop control variable tested as true, and due to the condition truthiness, when the program control go inside the body of the loop and all the statement inside the body get executed successfully once, we called it iteration 1. So if it is executed 2 times, we call it 2 iteration, 3 times 3 iteration, n times n iterations. Okay, so now let's see the GDB compiler, and we're going to first build the while loop. Okay, here I'll use a split screen method so that we can understand how both the loop will work, while loop as well as the do while loop. So same problem I'm going to build it again. So this is the number I'm going to take, as input from the user. So do you remember we have done the multiplication table in the last example? So we'll do it again. So we'll ask enter a number, scanf, %d, and number. Done. Sorry, number. Now loop control variable. So let us declare the loop control variable as I. It is initially started with 1. So I done the initialization here. Initialization. Got it? Okay. Next step. So now let's write the loop. So look at here. We need to write down the condition. Okay. So let us write down the condition. So condition will be write with the while keyword, and we're going to put the condition here. So multiplication table will print up to 10. So till the number, the loop control variable is less than equal to 1, the body of the loop will continue. So we're going to print sorry. So first we're going to print the number, then I, and number get multiplied with I. Okay. So now two things done. This is what condition, and one thing remains. Let me just drag this little bit. Yeah, we'll do it later. Okay. So now last step, as I told, as the last line, what? The updation. So multiplication table, positive direction, done. Okay. So here you can print end of program. So let's save and execute this. Okay, while loop, run it. Some issue. Where is the issue? Okay, this line, run. Okay, I've entered 3. Now you can see I get the correct output like for loop that we have done in the last lecture. Okay, so I hope you understand the programming construct of the while loop. Okay, this is our updation. So if you miss condition or if you miss updation, it can be infinite. Okay, so we'll see the detailing part of the while loop later, right? So now in the do while loop, let's go back to the flowchart and try to understand. We'll see the differences here. Easily you can identify the difference. We're also going to discuss here. See, if you look at carefully, we've done the initialization here outside of the loop, although in this particular flowchart I've collected from the internet, that is initialization not mentioned, but you have to do the initialization, right? You have to do the initialization. Okay, so initialization again outside. This is initialization. Okay, and then body will start. Loop body. You might thought, where is the condition? That is the difference between these two. In the do while loop, we stage the condition before entering the loop, but in the while loop, but in do while loop, the body of the loop will execute at least once. Remember, please note down this. At least once. So if there is a certain scenario where you want to execute the code at least once before test the condition, you should prefer do while loop over while loop. Okay, so once the body is completely executed and while exiting from the body of the loop, it is going to test one condition. Okay, so during exit from loop, it will test the condition during exit from loop. Okay, if that condition is true, it will go for the second iteration. If that condition is not true, it will come outside of the loop. So we can say this one is entry controlled loop and this one is exit controlled loop. Okay, so now let's just revisit the differences between these two. Okay, first difference is condition check. When you check the condition while entering to the loop, while entering to the loop, and here in the do while exiting from loop. Okay, while exiting from loop. I hope the first difference is clear. Okay, now second difference, execution guaranteed. So here answer is not, execution not guaranteed, and here at least once. At least once guaranteed. Why? Because while entering you are testing the condition. If condition true, not. Okay, so if condition false, it will not allow you to enter in the loop at least once, even condition is false. Syntax we are going to see in the GDB compiler, leave it. And use case, as I just mentioned right now, in use case, if you want body of the loop only execute after satisfying the condition, then go for the while loop, or here if you want to execute the body at least once, then go for the do while loop. Right? So these are the common differences between the while loop and do while loop. Now we'll see the syntax of the do while loop in the GDB compiler. Okay, so here we're going to build the same logic of multiplication table and see how do while loop actually works. Okay, so let us just copy these stuffs because we need this. Okay, so we are going to take the number. Now question is that here see two keyword is necessary. One is while, another is do while. Now look at the basic difference. In while loop we are not using the do keyword, but here we are going to use the do keyword. Okay, so what it's going to print? It's going to print the first multiplication, right? So let us just copy. Okay, so it's going to print the first multiplication number. So we have 1, we have the number, it will print, it will move to the next line and will update the number. And here we need to test the condition, my I should be less than equal to 10. If I become 11, immediately loop will terminate. So let's run and test. It is asking for a number. Now see, we get the correct output, no extra output as it is. Okay, so same code I have developed here using while and do while. You can see, so this is the condition. Another important part, the condition when we write at the end of the do while loop, it must be end with a semicolon. Careful. Okay, so this is most important part because this semicolon is not there in the while loop anywhere. Okay, it is not there anywhere. See, okay, so here this is my condition and here this is my condition. So here while entering to the body, so that's why it is called entry controlled loop. And here while exiting from the body, so while exiting from the body, the condition is true, it will go up. So once this body of the loop get executed at least once, we called it iteration. Okay, because if you refer some books, they will use this term to discuss how it works. Okay, it is called iteration. So if the condition remain true, it will go up. If the condition false, it will go outside. Here also same, if condition is true, it will go inside. If the condition false, it will come outside, right? But in both the scenario, we done the initialization outside of the loop. So this is our step 1. Okay, this is our step 2 here, and here step 2 you can say the updation, and here step 3 is updation, and here step 3 is condition. Okay, let me just fresh it and write it here. So this is our step 1. Okay, so step 1 is same. This is our step 2. Okay, step 2 is condition, but here step 2 is updation. I'm just follow top to bottom, and step 3 is updation, and now here step 3 is condition. I hope you understand how to do the stuffs with this. Okay, so this is it about the syntax of while and do while and the differences between them. We are not done yet with the while and do while. In the next lecture we're going to see some quick stuffs with the while loop, and we'll solve one problem, right? And thereafter we're going to see a separate lecture, and we'll take a particular case where do while loop is beneficial over the while loop. Okay, I hope you like this comparison between the two loop. So please do like my videos and share with your friends and like my channel. Thank you very much.